Guys, today I'm going to be showing you guys the answers or possible answers to the 2018 AP Statistics free response questions. And yep, so let's get started here. So let's open a new text box here. Okay, let's read the question. It says, the manager of a grocery store selected a random sample of 11 customers to investigate the relationship between the number of customers in a checkout line and the time to finish checkout. As soon as the selected customer entered the end of the checkout line, data were collected on the number of customers in line who were in front of the selected customer and the time in seconds until the selected customer was finished with the checkout. The data are shown in the following scatterplot along with the corresponding least squares regression line and computer output. Okay, and here we have our output that is from the computer. So over here we can see there's a positive, the points are in a positive direction, and the first question asks us, identify and interpret in context the estimate of the intercept for the least squares regression line. So the intercept is the constant value, which is 72.95, which is in the which aligns with the coefficient and the constant here. And if they were to ask us a slope, it would be 174.40. But it asks us as also to interpret it in context. So if we were to interpret this in context, we would have to incorporate something from the problem here that also helps us identify that this is the intercept. Okay, so let's mark it as A, and let's say um, oops, that's weird. Now let's just highlight all of this. Let's make the font size, let's say 14, maybe even smaller. I think maybe 10 is good. Alright, and let's stretch it out like this. I think you guys should be able to see even smaller, so I think 9 is, or 8 is actually fine. Alright, so let's see, what is the next question asking us? Next question is asking us, identify and interpret in context the coefficient of determination R squared. So R squared has some structured statements that you could learn from the AP Statistics textbook. And so in this example, we would say about, so the R squared value is over here on the computer output, where my mouse is highlighting over 73.33%. So we would say about 73.33% of the variation in time, seconds, is accounted for by the linear model relating the time in seconds to the customers in line. Okay, so this is for part B. Let's just put it like this. Okay, so the last question is asking us, one of the data points was determined to be an outlier. Circle the point on the scatter plot and explain why the point is considered an outlier. So the point that is an outlier is this point over here. As we can see, it is not within the range of the other points, and we can see that the, the least squares regression line would predict the time for 3 customers to be approximately over 500 seconds, so maybe 550 seconds or so. So let's get another text box, and let's write over here. Let's see. Says for C. So I've already identified it. On your paper, you could circle it, or I'm doing it on a laptop, so it'd be different. And explain why the point would be an outlier. So this point would be an outlier because according to the least squares regression line, this point has a residual that, and remember, residual is y minus y hat, and we know that the y is the actual value and the y hat is the predicted value. So if we have the actual value over here less than the predicted value, we would have a negative residual, and that's how it is in this scenario. The predicted value is actually much greater, so the residual would be negative. That has a residual which is greater than the points of the scatter plot. Also, okay, so this is our answer for part C. Let's see, where can I fit it? Can I fit it here? Alright, I hope you guys should be able to see it. If not, I feel like I could scroll down a little bit. Oh, not that. I guess this is the only way I can keep it. I can make it a little bit like this, and yes. And remember, all these answers that are given here are only possible answers or probable answers, and I feel like a response such as this would probably get all the points, but AP Statistics free response questions have really particular guidelines, and maybe these answers might not earn all the points as well. So feel free to leave your comments down below on possible answers or possible mistakes that I have in my work. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll soon upload some of the other FRQ's answers.